I am more on the credit for cutting because I think a lot of different things go into why Dez Fitzpatrick got cut because a lot of rookies are not ready to contribute in the fourth, especially a lot of fourth round draft picks are rarely ready to contribute out of the gates. Now, Rashad Weaver is a fourth round draft pick.
We're not talking about him contributing out of the gate. We're talking about making the team.
So
don't get that misconstrued.
I'm not getting that misconstrued. I'm making my point here. I'm talking and making my point. So thanks. But Dez Fitzpatrick was not ready to be a contributor. But I think why I credit Jon Robinson for cutting him is because, one, Jon Robinson continually shows he's not afraid to admit when he's wrong. He's going to be talking to the media this afternoon. He will probably do something like that, like he did with Kevin Dodd, like he did with Vic Beasley, like he did.
I don't think he'll get as emotional.
No, he's not going to get nearly emotional as the Kevin Dodd situation because that thing was a year plus of a lot of frustration. And look, they liked Kevin Dodd, the human being. It's just the Kevin Dodd, the human being, and the football player had a lot of issues going on. But again, why I give him credit for cutting is because you also have to give Jon Robinson credit for seeing Marcus Johnson, seeing Chester Rogers, and knowing what they could become in signing those two players. And you have to give credit to Jon Robinson for trading for Julio Jones. Because if without those three guys, Julio, Marcus Johnson, Chester Rogers, without those three guys, Dez Fitzpatrick's on the team. So I think that's why I'm giving Jon Robinson credit for cutting him, because he's not afraid to say, this guy can't help us right now. And these other two, Marcus Johnson and Chester Rogers, can, and the Titans are trying to win a Super Bowl. So I think credit for cutting is where I finally land with this. Obviously, he should be criticized for the bad draft pick, but I think he should get more credit for moving on when the time was right to move on. And not hanging on, because hanging on could be bad. Titans for Life earlier in the comment section made a great comment about if you don't cut Dez Fitzpatrick, what kind of message does that send to some of the other guys in the locker room of, oh, well, just because you're drafted in the fourth round is the only reason why you're here. And so Jon Robinson avoids that. And so I think credit for cutting is where I land here.